So I heard you want to beat the Lost Sector fast.
Now, I'll be running this Lost Sector with a very in-depth build that I made a whole video on previously. I'll briefly describe the build after I show you the location of today's Lost Sector. The exotic armor in rotation today is Arms. Today we'll be clearing with just one class, but there are builds for all three classes in the description. And with that out of the way, what's good guys, it's Zen, thanks for choosing my channel, and let's hop right into today's guide. Now for today's Lost Sector, we have to deal with Unstoppable and Overload champions. With that in mind, I'm going to be running my Oathkeeper build with Wishender, a Glaive, and a Chill Clip grenade launcher. Wishender is here for that heavy damage. It literally one-shots every single ad in the game right now. The Glaive is here for Unstoppable champions, and the grenade launcher is here to deal with those overloads. If you didn't know, Stasis Slow does actually stun overload champions. We're also going to be running suppressor grenades as an alternative method to stunning overloads, since ammo economy is low with grenade launchers. Now keep in mind, there is so much actually going on behind the scenes with this build, so I do recommend watching the build video before you jump into this if you're going to be running it on Hunter today. But with that being said, let's hop right into the guide. Okay, so jumping right in, we are going to have to absolutely obliterate that Stalker. You know, he was looking at our girl. We had a problem with that. We had to hit him with the bow in the face. Now, if you guys are not using Wishender, definitely going to want to go grab that. It is absolutely meta. There is no reason in the world to be using Arbalest when Wishender is doing the same damage. They are both anti-barrier intrinsically, but Wishender is a primary. It's literally doing more damage than its special counterpart. There is no reason to use Arbalest. Now, in this first room, you're going to want to look out for these raiders, as obviously they do use those snipers on you. They do heavy damage. They were nerfed, so they don't necessarily one-shot you, but when two of them shoot you, you know, you're going to be in trouble there, so you're definitely going to want some void resist mods, especially because of that grenade that they actually just threw at us. Now, keep in mind, guys, this run is going to be quite long. I'm only going to hit you with the relevant tips. This run is like 12 minutes. I'm not going to sit here talking for 12 minutes. I'm going to give you a detailed guide on what to do and everything like that. And this is going to be the final Lost Sector that is actually this long, because from this point on, I started power leveling, you know? So right now I'm doing this 30 levels under power, but everything after today's Lost Sector is going to be 20 levels under power, so much faster runs. I'm not going to hit 1830 because I want the guides to be relevant. Like if I was 1830, I would just be steamrolling and there would be no difficulty at all. And I assume the majority of people watching these are not 1830, so keep that in mind. So yeah, what we're doing right now is we're just going to clear out this room of ads, and then what's going to happen is there's going to be, the Overload champion's already there, but from that point we'll be able to actually 1v1 him. So yeah, we're just going to Wishender everything down, and then let's speed up to when we are actually fighting that Overload champion. Okay, so we are now fighting the Overload champion. I actually threw my suppress grenade to actually stun him because there's way more Unstoppables in this Lost Sector than there are Overloads. So I chose, you know, a very unreliable way of stunning Overload champions. I have the Chill Clip on my grenade launcher, and I have the grenade launcher, or I have the suppress grenade. So with the combination of the two, I am able to deal with the Overload. I believe there's only one, maybe there's two of them. But yeah, moving forward, we're going to be in this next room, and basically all you need to do in this room is just stand on the panels, and what that will do is they'll charge up slowly, and then you need to clear all three panels, and then basically from that point the boss room will open. Now if you're not running this on Invis, you're going to need to do what I'm doing here, stand on the panels while clearing out ads. Hopefully you have some sustain. If you're on Warlock, you can pop your Rift down. You can use your stasis turrets, blah blah blah, like there's different ways to handle it. Titans can throw up their barricade, but if you're on Hunter, I do recommend doing this with Invis, with like Graviton Forfeit, or you can use my Arc build and just frag out, kill everything. I really love that build, very fun stuff. But I think the fastest clear for this is going to be just standing on the panels with Invis. I mean, because like it just cheeses this Lost Sector so easily. So after we charge up all three of them, we're going to have to, or after this one actually, after we just charge up this second one, I do recommend doing them in this order. After we do that, we're going to go to the middle panel, and then there's going to be an Unstoppable champion that we need to deal with. Alright, we got the second one charged, and now we are at the third one, and you see the Unstoppable champion is actually just standing right on top of it. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm actually running a Oathkeeper build, so I don't have infinite invis. If I had infinite invis, I would literally just cheese the third panel. I do recommend using Graviton Forfeit over this Oathkeeper build that I'm running if you're going to be running Void Hunter. But basically, we're just going to kill this unstoppable champion, and then we're going to try to get as much of that charged as possible. And when ads come and our invis isn't up, we're going to run away and then come back. But this is really easy stuff, guys. Really, really simple. I do like this position up top because you're able to, you know what they say about high ground. It just it gives you that optimal position to deal with all the ads. Honestly, the ads are the only thing slowing this down. I mean, we could absolutely curb stomp this unstoppable champion easily, but it's the ads that slow us down and are doing a bunch of damage to us. So we're just going to wait for our cooldowns. We're going to kill ads while we're waiting for the cooldowns, and we're going to stand on the panel when we have an opening. We're going to deal with the unstoppable when we have an opening. It's really straightforward, to be honest. Now, one thing I did want to mention, it didn't happen here. We never really ran into them as an issue, but you see these little Scorn immunity things. One thing about them is if you're jumping, they suck you in much harder than if you're just running on the ground. Now, if you didn't know, they do have this like little pull effect that messes up your movement. So if those are messing you up, guys, just don't jump, just stand on the ground, maybe dodge. That would help you out a lot. Now, after you get that third panel cleared, what's going to happen is all the ads are going to converge in the middle, which honestly just makes them really easy to deal with. You just grab this position I'm currently standing in and just beam all of them from across the map. There's nothing they can really do about that because the only ads that have range are these corrupted chieftains, but their projectiles are moving so slow, and additionally they don't really do any damage. Now, after we take care of them, we can proceed into the boss room, and that is going to be some pretty easy stuff, guys. Now, again, you see we're like 7 minutes deep approaching this boss room. If you're using this with Graviton, I'm pretty sure you can be here in like 2 minutes. Like, seriously, you just absolutely wipe the first room, and then you literally kill no ads except for the ones in the middle after you collect all 3 panels. Like, literally, you'll just stand on the panel's invis. It's so easy. You could cheese this so easily with invis. Now, as you see, as we approach the boss room, there's going to be 2 unstoppable champions. What we're going to do is obviously just stun these guys, and I'm probably going to want to pop my super. I guess not. I guess we're just going to wish ender them down. That's also optimal. Now, keep in mind, these unstoppable ogres will push into this room. For some reason, they can fit through that door. I don't know what they got going on. They're Mr. Fantastic or something. They can just stretch through anything. You know, these guys don't really look flexible, but you know, you gotta respect it. They've been hitting the gym. I don't know what they got. They're on the yoga, bro. They're on the yoga. But we'll just deal with them really easily with our glaive. Beautiful thing about glaives is they always have the unstoppable shot charged. When they start shooting at you, just block. Honestly, you can even melee these guys down because they stay stunned for so long. But yeah, unstoppable champions are just so trivial when you do have that unstoppable glaive, so I do recommend that over the hand cannon for multiple reasons, mainly just the blocking and the fact that you don't need to charge it up. Now, there is still one unstoppable left, but he's not in our sights. The boss is, so we're going to shoot at the boss. This boss does a ton of damage, so you guys are definitely going to want some arc resist mods, definitely going to want to stack at least 2 of those up, but it doesn't really have that much health. Even though we're 30 levels under power, we're absolutely frying it. I mean, what if we shot like 8 wish ender shots at it? Now, if you have a damage super, this thing's gonna absolutely just fall over to your damage super, seriously, especially if it's arc, because of the surge lasting all season. So yeah, we're just gonna slowly chip this guy down, and then after you take care of him, remember, this is a Hive Guardian, so you're gonna need to finish the ghost. If you don't, the boss is just gonna respawn, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, we're just gonna speed up until the boss is actually dead, and then we can deal with the unstoppable, and then that's gonna be it, guys. Alright, after a very slow and grueling process, we finally managed to bow the boss down. Now it's just the unstoppable champion, and it's the same thing, guys. We're just going to whip out that glaive, do some damage with our wish ender, going to throw a suppress grade for no reason at all, and we're just going to actually stun him with the chill clip grenade launcher, and that's going to be the lost sector, guys. Now, because this is so easy and so trivial on Void Hunter, I am going to call this an easy farm, and we'll see what you guys feel about that. But yeah, guys, definitely going to want to hop in today. This is one of the easier lost sectors. And that's going to be the guide, guys. Hopefully this helped. If it did, be sure to subscribe as I post lost sector guides daily. Either way, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Peace.